Howdy y'all, this is Shubham again. Thank you so much for supporting us all this while. I've been getting a lot of feedback on restaurants and how the restaurant etiquette is completely different in America than in your country. I'll be very happy to make a video out of it, but I wanted to make it firsthand. So we're gonna go to a restaurant today and we're gonna eat over there, and I'm gonna tell you certain things which is really important in a restaurant in America. And also we're going to talk about tipping. Now tipping is something really important and I want you to know about it. So stay tuned. Let's go. Big shout out to Panda House. It's a Chinese restaurant up on Cooper Street, close to UT Arlington. The owners are fantastic. It's a small mom and pop restaurant which serves fantastic Chinese food, and you can put it up on Google Maps. I'll put the link below in the description how to reach the restaurant, and yeah, you're gonna have a great time. So first off, American menus are kind of different. They are full-fledged with starters, appetizers, entrees, sides, and desserts, and drinks too. The drinks is a side menu. So first off, let's start with the starters. Starters are something which is given by the restaurants. It's generally bread with butter, or if you go to Tex-Mex, Texas Mexican restaurant, you probably get chips and salsa or queso. Queso is just the cheese, a lot of good stuff. And you get those couple of options. They generally bring it out in the beginning once you are seated. And yeah, you don't need to pay for it unless that's the only thing you came for, which probably you shouldn't do it. Usually it's free. It's not included in the menu. Thank you. This is a classic example of a starter. Hot and sour soups. Soups are really great for starters. They don't fill up your stomach. Hot, 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 hot. Second off, which comes in is appetizers. Appetizers are generally little snacks before you start your main food. This includes soups, egg rolls. It's very light and it's amazing, and it's really cheap to afford. And you can always have the appetizer if you're already full and then leave the restaurant, because that's considered okay. Next up is entree. Entrees are your main dish. Entrees can be something which is, over here we have sweet and sour plate, and generally it says that it's served with steamed fried rice. In a Mexican restaurant or any other restaurant, it says that it's served with other rice options. You can always choose that. The waiter or waitress will always involve you in that kind of situation where they will give you options. Along with entree, you have sides. As the name suggests, sides are something which goes on the side of the entree. They come with the main food, and it's generally small portions of rice, vegetables. These are sides, and sides can be considered as something which is on a small quantity. It's not huge. It's not like something which will fill up your whole stomach unless you have a small appetite. But sides are generally the fraction of the price of a main entree, and you can always order it as many as you want. Desserts are something which is on the final part of the menu. These are the sweet dishes. Most restaurants have ice cream or cake or cheesecake, things like that, which is really sweet, and they offer the end of a main course. And they generally don't cost that much, but they come in a big quantity, especially in Texas. Everything over here is in big quantity, so a good chance is that you'll eat something over here and you'll take home the rest. Restaurant manners are something really important in most restaurants in America, unless they are just to-go restaurants. Generally in the state of Texas, people prefer to keep their napkins on their lap just so that they don't ruin their clothes. It's just basically take the napkin and just put it on the lap. This prevents food from just dropping, because you're generally talking or using a chopsticks or fork, and there are some food particles which just drop on your clothes and just prevent you from all the embarrassment. Second of all is chopsticks. In Chinese places or Japanese places, or basically Asian places, chopsticks are really famous, and it's easier to use those, but there's always an option for using fork or spoons. You can always, if you're not given an option for the spoons and forks, you can always ask the waiter or the waitress to offer you one, and they'll be happy to present it to you. Another thing about table manners is slurping. Slurping is considered rude in America. Creates a bad impression. So try not to do it. If you do it in your country, fantastic. But when you're sitting with Americans, it's considered one of the frowning things. Oh, thank you so much. So we just ordered a lunch special of chicken and cashew. What a lunch special is something which is offered around 11 to 1 o'clock in the morning and the afternoon. And it's basically a small portion of the whole dinner menu. At the end of your meal, there is something called to-go boxes or doggy bags. You can always use to-go boxes to carry your food back home. And these boxes are generally microwave safe, so you can always put it inside the microwave and heat it up later on. You can always ask the waiter or the waitress for these boxes and just dump all your food inside it and just take it home. Okay, I don't need the fork. You keep the fork outside, guys. Don't take the fork and the restaurant stuff home. So now we're done with the food, and it's time for the check. The check, you just ask the waiter for the bill or check. It's the same thing, and they generally bring you this kind of piece of paper which has the amount mentioned, and you need to pay this amount in full or in change, whatever you can, through cash or credit card. And in this, tipping is important in America, where you tip the waiter or the waitress for the excellent service. It is optional, but it's highly recommended that you tip well so that you take care of your waiter and waitresses. Generally, they are working on very less pay because the restaurant cannot afford them. So the only way they make salary is through tipping. And generally 15 to 18% is minimum wage of tipping. That way you can take care of your waiter, and you can always tip more to cash or card, depending on whatever you want to do. It's called the fortune cookie. It apparently speaks your fortune. Use your talents. That's what they are intended for, like creating YouTube videos. Exceptional fortune. That's actually what it is. You can zoom into it. Yeah, I'm making more YouTube videos from now on. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This encourages us to create more valuable content for you guys, and make sure that your transition in America becomes much more easier and enjoying your time in America. Thank you. Take care. Peace.